So I always start our Zooms with a motivational story. I just honestly go on Google and look for a story that I think can motivate us. That's how I like to start my day, with a devotional or something like that. But tonight we just like ran down the hill from my in-laws and I didn't have time to look up a story. So I'm going to tell you a true story about a girl that I know that involves Plexus. So this girl was a mom, wife, small town girl, kept a pretty low profile, didn't have a lot of friends on Facebook, college dropout, did not feel smart at all. But she was fun and had a lot of friends. Her circle that she had was real, and she was the bubble of that circle. And she went through a very hard time in her health. She was struggling. She had little kids at home, and she was just exhausted to tears. And she did not even know what network marketing was, but she knew that people that posted salesy things on Facebook were just idiots. And she made fun of them, and she thought it was really dumb and really annoying that that was on her feed. She deleted people who put graphics on Facebook. You know, she was just kind of a jerk about it. So she got to this place where she was desperate, and she also didn't believe in doing drugs while nursing her baby. So she reached out to a girl that was selling the pink drink in a private message and asked her not to tell anybody she had even reached out. She started that stinking pink drink because even though she had verbally made fun of it, she had rolled her eyes at it, she would find herself Googling or searching the girl who would always post the pink drink. She would look her name up in Facebook just to see if she had, just so she could roll her eyes. She was like watching her journey while rolling her eyes for 8 months. So she knew that this was stirring inside of her, but she was definitely never going to admit it. She got the pink drink, and it didn't take long for her to realize, whoa, this stuff works. She was herself again. She was in her little bubble life again that she loved to be in. She was rocking the mom life, all the things. She was a Christian. She loved the Lord, and the Lord convicted her heart to just make a post and just tell the truth. Because on social media, nobody knew that she had been wetting her baby's hair with her tears literally multiple times a day. Not even her husband knew that. She wasn't the sharing type. Sure as heck was never going to share real life things. But the Lord told her to do it, so she did. And she wasn't an ambassador, but quickly after sharing, she realized that a lot of people would listen if she was real and that it could change their lives. She became an ambassador, and she decided she was going to try to make some money with this business. Their family was broke all the time. Why not? She could be a stay-at-home mom and still do that. She started sharing. Things were going great. She ranked like gold in no time. All the graphics had her in it. All the prizes came to her mailbox. She was rocking her business. It looked great on the outside, and it was really great because she joined in March, which is a really good month to start your business. But then like this new season came where people avoided her at church, where one of her best friends made fun of her on social media. She wasn't wetting her baby's hair with tears anymore, but that night that someone made fun of her on social media, and then her whole town liked the post, and she looked at every single name, her pillow was wet from tears. But she was never going to quit. She was never going to quit because God had put it in her heart, and she knew the possibility of going to the top of this company and changing her kid's life and their kid's life with the financial blessing that could come from it. And so she hung in there, and she hung in there, and she hung in there. And 5 years later, she was sitting on a messy bed in a one-room cabin telling the story of herself and her own journey. And so if you haven't figured it out, that's my story. And it's a short version, but that's it, guys. Small town girl, had all the obstacles, all the things. I have a sister that still has not bought one product. I have all of it. But if I can do it, then so can you. And if God's stirring your heart, then it's your duty to share. about it. And so that's what we're talking about tonight, because all these presents are about sharing Plexus, enrolling people, getting the products in their hands. That's our job. The Lord and the products are going to do the rest, right? So there was no better person to talk about this, to share and to train you guys than the one and only Stephanie Fallstitch. When I met this girl, I loved her. She is fire. She is life. She is amazing. I know I'm probably embarrassing her, but I don't even care. You guys know you want to hear from her because she's the girl in all the graphics. She's the girl winning all the things. She's at the top of the list every time. She knows what she's doing. She was the top enroller in February with 12 enrollments. She's a wise girl. She put a couple of them under her boyfriend. That's what we do. We work together. Teamwork makes the dream work. And I am so proud of her. And to turn this over to you, Stephanie, I'm honored. And I've got pen and paper, and I'm here to learn from you. So take it away. Don't forget to unmute yourself.
Well, thank you. Oh my gosh. No pressure.
You're muted. You're muted. I can't hear you. Can you guys hear
you hear me?
Oh, it's just
you can
me.
Hear me?
Crap. Okay, I'll be quiet.
Can you hear me now, Lane? No? You got it? Okay. I don't know what happened. It's okay. Okay. So I'm Stephanie Fallstitch. If you don't know me, I am a Ruby ambassador. I started sharing Plexus last January, and it has just been absolutely amazing. Like Lane, when I signed up for Plexus, it was out of that moment of desperation because I needed help, and but I didn't want anybody to know that I was doing this. And the products work for me. I have an amazing health testimony. And when that happened, I knew that I had to help other people. And so that's just kind of how this thing goes. It's how it goes for me. It's pretty much how it goes for everybody around here. There is a passion, a fire. When you see the changes in people's lives that happen in this company and on our teams every day, it is amazing. It is amazing to be a small part of that. And then you'll find yourself out in the world and you'll notice, man, that lady is puffy. That is all inflammation. She needs a pink drink. Am I right? Oh, yeah. Cheers. So anyway, oh, you guys. So anyway, that's where it's at. At first, I just wanted to get my products paid for. So I needed 3. I went to my mom, my aunt, my cousin. My other cousin was there. So she signed up too because she didn't want to be left out. And I was silver in an afternoon. When you set your mind to it and you believe, the stuff works and you're like, hey, look, just trust me. You guys need to do this. So that's how I suggest to people to get to silver. If you're wanting to do that, go to your ride or dies, go to your family. And then beyond that and after that, you do have to start talking about Plexus, sharing about it, all of that stuff. When you get to where you're making posts and you start getting tapped into the Plexus communities and the sisterhood that we have, and you see what everybody else is posting, it helps you have a little bit of courage and it gives you some ideas of what to post yourself. Hold on. Do you hear this banging right now?
It's the story of all of our lives. It's no thing, right? We're all moms. We're just hoping nobody's dying. It's really,
Okay. Oh my Lord. Anyway, so I don't even know where I was. So anyway, I want to talk about when you make a post about Plexus and people either message you or they make a comment on your post. what do you do from there? How do you respond? That's what everybody wants to know, right? What do you say? How do you get them to move along? How do you start this conversation? So that's taken me a little while, and I'm still learning. I've kind of gotten better about things, and that's what we'll talk about tonight. What I've been doing for now, the last couple months. So when I make a post and somebody puts on their hey, I'd like more information, or if you got a poll in your stories and you know, I want more info or whatever, what do you say then when you follow up with that person? So this is how the conversations have been going with me. I'll say, hey, Nicole, have you ever tried or heard of Plexus before? She says, and I'm just reading you out of my phone, like this is real life stuff, okay? She says, I've heard it mentioned before, but I'm not sure what it's all about. I've just recently started sending, I don't know if you can see my graphic. I'll get this stuff posted. It's the graphic of the girl holding her head like this. And there's like, I don't know, 50 symptoms on there, right? And so I send this and I say, do you struggle with any of these? She said, yes, multiple. Well, where do you go from there? You don't know what she's talking about, right? So I said, I had 23 when I started. And then I just tell her, I said, I've had a pretty awesome year. Things had gotten pretty rough for a few years there. And then I started this pink drink my friend told me about and started a couple supplements, and my health has completely done a 360. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis when I turned 35. And had been on all kinds of heavy medications for that for about 7 years. I've been off all prescriptions for over a year now. No more anxiety meds, no more adult acne. I don't deal with allergies anymore. And I've lost 45 pounds in the last year. I know it sounds cliche, but it definitely has been life-changing for me. And I said, do you struggle with any health issues? Because those are main things that we need to know right off the bat, right? And I had also sent her my side-by-side picture. She said, no health issues really. I take Zoloft daily. Started after my third kiddo due to some postpartum depression, and she just stayed on it. Also my weight, I'm wanting to lose weight. But if I feel like when I try to, I only lose 5 pounds and then no more, and it comes right back. So I had something to work with there, right? Depression, weight, she can't keep weight off. That's our pink drink. I know Triplex is probably going to work great with her, right? So I said, the pink drink helps to balance your blood sugar so you're not having dips and spikes in your sugar that causes those cravings. It also helps to keep a sustained energy level throughout the day and help to balance your hormones. I'm going to send you a video that explains how the Triplex combo works. That's what I started on and what I continue to take. And then I send her the Triplex video. She says, great, I'll watch it. And then I said, this was during dinner time, so I hadn't talked to her for a while. Then I replied back and I said, I also sent you an invite to a private group page called the info page. It's got all kinds of information on there about all the Plexus supplements and tons of personal testimonies. If you want to look up a specific symptom, click on the magnifying glass at the top right-hand corner of the page and type in your symptom. Be sure to read through all the comments because that's where some of the really good stuff is. Okay, listen, guys, when you're sending people to the info page, it's also your responsibility to tell them how to work the info page. That info page is freaking amazing. I use it for everybody I sign up. Everybody I talk to, I get them an invite to the info page. That's for me. I research stuff, and I research stuff in the middle of the night. People are scrolling on their phones and they will be doing that stuff too, but you got to teach them how to use it. So tell them about the magnifying glass. Tell them they can type in any symptom, condition, disease, anything like that. all those posts will pop up. They can do the research on their own. Because the main thing is you want this person to come to their own conclusion that they need this, right? Because once they have made the decision for themselves, they will do it and they will stick with it. If you're pushing this on them, those are the people I feel like that their order comes in and they never open it, right? Because they never made the decision for themselves that this is something that they want to do. So that's my little rant about the info page, but use that info page. It is stinking amazing. And it is a just tremendous resource that we have available to us. So she said, great, thank you. I followed back up after got the kids in the bed. Did you check out the information? Yes, I watched the video and did look at the info page. I'm very interested. I tell her about our sale. We have a sale right now that gets you $1 membership for 1 year. It's kind of like a Sam's Club membership. You get wholesale prices for the year. So that's the cheapest way to get the supplements. And then I've got a coupon code that will cover shipping and tax. So for that welcome pack, the combo, the triplex combo for your first time order would be $110. And that's it. Would that be doable for you? You got to ask. You have to ask. You can't just say, well, this is how much it is. This is how much it is. Is that doable for you? She says, okay, yes, I can do that, just not until next week. Well, this was end of the month. The sale was going to end in a couple days, right? So what do? She said, I can't do it until next week. Will the sale still be going on next week? The sale ends at the end of the month, so on Sunday. I sent that, and then I sent. I don't know what the incentives will be yet for next month. I probably won't find out until Monday. She says, what's the original price? The membership is normally $39.99. The welcome packs are always $109. And the combo after your first month with tax and shipping is around $125. She says, okay, I'll see what I can do. I can try to be in touch by Sunday and get started. That's what I wanted to hear, right? I said, okay, that would be great. This is the lowest I've seen it, so it would be a great time to give it a try. She said, sounds great. Thank you. And then the next day, I sent her another message. I said, we decided to do a pop-up Zoom on my team last week. So I sent out a bunch of messages. Hey, we're having a Zoom tonight at 8:30 with information about the Plexus supplements. We'll talk about the supplements, what they were created for, what they do for your body, and then also some of the ladies will be sharing their experience with them. I thought you might be interested. Hop on if you can. Sent her the link. She says, perfect, thank you. I'll try to have the kids down and be on. Awesome. And then like 2 minutes before Zoom time, I sent her another message. We're on the Zoom. She said, I'm coming. I just got the littles down. She was on my Zoom. You guys, my success rate with these Zooms is 100%. That is what is working for me right now. I haven't had really anybody show up to any events, live events, but these Zooms are working for me. So find what works for you. This works for me. And these Zooms, you can do anytime. It doesn't have to be planned. It doesn't have to be scheduled. Nobody has to know about them. Like you can do this with an hour's notice, right? So she was on the Zoom. After we were done, I said, thank you so much for hopping on the Zoom tonight. Hope you got a lot out of it. She said, absolutely. And I did. I'm ready to start. I said, oh, I'm so glad. I really think this is something worth trying. It could just be the thing that changes everything. She said, I'm hoping so. So I said, let me know when you're ready to get your order in and I'll help you get the best price. So she says, great, I'm shooting for tomorrow. I'll be in touch. That'd be great. Oh, I said, I'll drop you off a couple sticks of Slim. She lives here in my town. Let me drop you off a couple samples in the morning. She said, perfect. I appreciate that. I'll have my mom swing by and try too. She's very interested as well. Great. I'll bring 2 of each so y'all can try them. See which one you like. So blah, blah, blah. I did all that. I took her, I have some triplex brochures, took her those, dropped them off, talked to her, answered any questions. Anyway, bada bing, bada boom, she signed up. And then I've got a couple more different scenarios I was going to tell you guys about. This one was so awesome last week. You know, sometimes Lane said this is where I got this from, but it is the absolute truth with Plexus, is that we're all here for a reason, and God has placed each one of us on this team. And as my team is growing now, I see that. And when you start talking to people and you get to know them and start building relationships with them, it's like, oh my gosh, it's just, I see you, God. I see what you did here bringing us together, you know? So last week, I also got a message from a friend. I probably have not seen her for 10 years from the lake. And she's been following me for the last year. So this is the other thing that I wanted to stress tonight is you guys don't stop, don't give up, and don't quit. Even in the valley, even in the slow months, keep posting, keep going, because people are watching you all the time. And if you really believe in this, it will all work out. I believe it's just a matter of time. I am going to be a diamond with Plexus. I am going to be an emerald probably this summer. That's what I'm going for. It's just a matter of time if you stay with it and don't quit, okay? I know we've come off these hard last few months, right? But things are changing, and guess what? Those of you, I am so stinking proud of the women that are on this Zoom right now. I'm going to get going. You guys, you stuck with it. You didn't give up. You didn't give up. I'm just proud of you, and I love you guys because you're in it because you have heart and you really do care. That's why you're here. And let me tell you, that's why I do this. When you see the lives that are changed, this is exactly why we do this and why we're here. We don't sell anything. I don't sell. I have one-on-one conversations with my friends, and I try to help them with their health struggles. Small part of helping them. So my friend Lori messages me out of the blue, never talked to her yet, okay? She says, hey, Stephanie, I want to get some of your pink drink. I am so ready to start doing something about my health. I said, okay, girl, you've been on my mind. She said, ditto. Same thing, you guys, same process. I'm getting very streamlined and consistent with what I do. I sent her the graphic. What are you struggling with? She tells me, wow, I'm struggling with all these things, blah, blah, blah. I said, that's okay. I had 23 of these when I started, and they've all cleared up. There is hope, right? We are hope dealers. You get that in your head. We don't sell. I'm a hope dealer is what I am. That's what I do. I help people with their health problems. I'm a hope dealer. That is my job on this earth, is to spread hope. I hope that when you look at me, you see what I have been able to change and overcome with my life, and it gives you hope that it can happen to you too. That's my purpose for life. Okay. Anyway, I said, I've got all these things. Here's a short video that describes how the triplex combo works. This is the 3-part combo that I started with. This is what I still take. Send her the triplex video. She said, I'm going to watch it right now. I said, let me know what you think. She said, I want to order this. Boom. How clear can you get, right? I said, I think this would be the best thing for you to get started with. I have some time now if you've got 5 minutes, and I can get you set up over the phone. We got on the phone. We talked for about 45 minutes. It was so good to connect with her. We've been through some things in these last 10 years, and it was great to connect with her. And I am really, really excited about this relationship now going further. This is going to be so good for her. It's going to be so good for me. Okay. So that was another one. That's how that goes. If I ever have an opportunity to get somebody on the phone, I get them on the phone. And then what I do is, if you're on I have an iPhone, you've got to log out of your Plexus account, right? You got to log completely out, and then just go to the regular plexusworldwide.com, click enroll. Okay. And then I have my phone on speaker, and I'm on here asking them their information and typing it in as we go. And I can explain to them all the stuff, right? If they can't get on the phone with me, I have a thing typed out that's step-by-step instructions, explains what to put in for each box and why. You know, people ask, why does this need my social security number? The one that I have says, because you will earn 15% back even on your own orders. That's why. If they're on the phone with me, I say, and if you earn more than $600 a year like I do, Plexus will send you a 1099. And so that's why they need that information. I have never, ever, ever had somebody not sign up with me because of the social security number. Never, ever. The last one I wanted to show you guys. And now also last week I had a friend message me that I have been talking with and trying to get her to do this since last summer, and she just now signed up. Like months and months and months, several months, she'd be like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get signed up when I get to work. I'm going to do this when and she never signed up, never signed up. But I knew that she would eventually. I knew she would. I just got to keep doing my thing. I keep posting. I keep letting people see my results and how well I'm doing. I think the main thing is people want to see you, and they want to see that it works for you. They want to see your picture. When you start posting on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, you've got to put your picture out there. You just have to get over that. They want to see that it works for you, and they want to see you using it. So put your face out there. They are buying you. Gosh, there's a couple more too now. So now, you guys, I'm to the point where I am signing up people that I have never met. I don't know. I've never met them. It's just through the, my network. I just keep adding people, and that's probably a whole nother thing, because you gotta watch who you're adding. But now it's people I don't even know. But how do they know that they need Plexus? Because I'm posting about it every freaking day, and I don't give up. Now, some days I might not make a Plexus post. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. I might post about my kids, or maybe I just got busy and I'm not going to stress about it. But there's Plexus all the time. My kids all the time. Foster care and adoption all the time. My page is not just Plexus either. I don't like that. People don't like that. if you do that, people are just going to keep scrolling over you. They're not going to stop and pay attention because they know what you're talking about already and they don't want to hear it, right? So you got to throw other stuff in there to keep people engaged and always looking at you. Those fun memes and the questions you can ask people, different things that gets like 200 responses, right? That helps your algorithm and it helps them see your post. So you've got to throw stuff like that in there sometimes too. Okay, and then here is a good friend of mine, Hannah. And we were in junior high together. We got our driver's license together. And then she moved away to Florida, I think, at the time. And she lives in Washington State, I believe now, Washington or Oregon, somewhere there. Anyway, she follows me and we comment on each other's posts, but never talked about Plexus yet, right? But I never stopped. She sees my posts all the time. So I made, I did that live. I did that live on Friday. If you guys saw me talking on Elwood Elite about doing this live video, well, the 5 things, Katie did hers, which was awesome. And I know she got a great response on hers. So I did mine Friday morning. And then my friend Hannah put on there, okay, now you got me interested. Okay. So now how do you respond to that from your Facebook post, right? I said, hey girl, I've been thinking about you for Plexus for a long time because I know she's going to be good at this. And if she would start sharing, we're going to be off and running, let me tell you. Anyway, I sent her the graphic, the same graphic with all the symptoms. How many of these do you struggle with? Well, I just took a nap because I was so tired this morning and it was only noon, right? So she had a morning nap already. So I tell her, same thing. At this point, I can almost copy and paste some of this stuff, but you got to make it personal, right? Same thing. Tell her I had 23 of these. Tell her what the pink drink does, how it helps to balance your blood sugar, but it also helps to give you sustained energy so that you don't have a crash and you don't feel like you need a nap all the time. I said, I'm going to send you a video that explains how this triplex combo works. This is what I started with. This is what I still take. Watch this. Let me know what you think. This is why I wanted to show you hers. She says right off the bat, my main concern is the cost. Okay, how many times do we hear that? I said, well, if it was too expensive, I definitely wouldn't be doing it. Single mom here. The thing was that it's usually hard for women, especially moms, to spend money on themselves. But once I did and made my health a priority, I found that I actually save money from what I was doing before. And I'm able to do more. Having energy and wanting to play with my kids is invaluable. Girls, go to your room. Just go and stay in there and be quiet, please. Now they've put on their 3rd set of pajamas for the night. That's what they're in. We're in slamming doors now too. Do you hear that? Gosh. Okay, so anyway, having energy and wanting to play with my kids is invaluable compared to making them go to bed at 6:30 p.m. with me, like I used to. But I also save money on all the medications, blood work, and doctor visits that I used to pay for. I also haven't been sick and don't miss work because I'm sick all the time anymore. That costs money when people when they're sick all the time and can't go to work. So point that out to them. Some of these people are calling in sick all the time. So she gave a heart to that response, right? I said, right now, there's $1 membership, get you wholesale prices for a year. That's the lowest price. You get free shipping and tax on your first order, so you can get started for $110. The triplex combo is $115 after that, plus tax and shipping. Is that doable for you? Yes! Exclamation point, exclamation point. Okay, then, can I give you a call in about 30 minutes? I was sitting in a meeting. She was rushing out the door. Okay. She said, do you have a link you can send me? Yep, I have all the instructions typed up. I got the promo code on there. I'll send them over to you. Great. Yay. Sent them to her. She had told me she'd get to it the next day. And she messaged me the next morning and said, is this the combo I'm supposed to get? And we were done from there. So she's on board. Some of these other friends are on board. So those are just a couple different examples of what I've had lately, but I'm doing the same thing now every time when I talk to somebody, and that makes it a lot easier. I already know what I'm going to say. I know what I'm going to talk about. I have my graphics saved in the notes or in the favorites on my phone, or it's in Messenger, so I can just go to the last one I talked to and copy and paste, right? I use the same triplex video. I've got the combo graphics saved where if they want to talk about maybe just weight loss specifically, one of the weight loss combos, I've got those and I'll send those to the two different ones to them. Do you do better with a meal replacement shake or not? Blah, blah, blah. But that's what I typically do. So I either get them on the phone and talk to them while I sign them up, or I send them my typed up instructions. And I'm usually refreshing the website to see when they have signed up. You know, I tell them, let me know when you get signed up, or let me know if you have any problems or issues. You can also sign people up through the Engage app. I have not tried that yet, so I can't really speak about that. That's something that I'm going to have to learn still. I do like to use the Engage app to send out samples. If you need somebody to get samples in a hurry, the Engage app is not your best bet. It takes like 10 days is what it does for me, for people to get their samples. So I will either, if they're in town, I'll drop them off at their house, try to, you know, knock on the door. I don't just leave them in the mailbox. I knock on the door and say, hey, see if they have any questions, let them see me. Maybe we can have a conversation there. Or I'll pop them in the mail myself with a little, I don't have any close by, but I just have little note cards. You know, I'll tell them how to mix it up. So excited for you to try this. Let me know what you think. You know, if I send it through the mail, they usually have it within 1 to 3 days. Somebody that's here in Missouri. So I do that a lot too. I don't know. I think that's about it. What I was thinking of was, though, you know, like I share Plexus on a one-to-one personal level. I don't sell anything. Like, I think, you know, with Plexus, you have to know somebody to get it. And that makes it special. They can't just go and get Plexus. You have to know somebody. And we are that somebody. We are the hope dealers, right? So, and then another thing that I heard today that I really, really liked, and I was thinking about this time, this season that we're all coming out of winter and it's been really quiet and really slow. But I heard on a different training today, what's built in striving must be maintained by striving. What's built in grace will always be maintained in grace. And so you girls that are on here who have been graceful and consistent and diligent in your posting and you stuck it out all winter when some people bailed, that's, you know, I feel like we've all learned so much over this winter and in this slow part, and it's just going to help that. And I feel like we have a really firm foundation right now. That's what I feel like. And so now we're gearing up. The wave is here, this wave of momentum. We're ready for it, but we're ready for it, right? Like you already got a system, you got a foundation in place. We're ready for the wave this year. I'm ready for the wave this year. Are you guys ready for the wave this year? Okay, that's all I got.
Oh my goodness.
What I do, that's all I know.
It's so good. Wasn't that so good, guys? I mean, the chat's going crazy. I learned so much. I love that you send the graphic every time. I love that. I shared that in our Diamonds in the Making thread for everybody because they want to know. A few things I wrote down just is what Stephanie has is a system. And guys, a lot of times it's easy to get overwhelmed. Like, I don't want to make a post because I can't deal with all the people. But yes, you can. If you have a system, you can push the girl on the swing, send the graphic, put your phone in your pocket, and be pushing her for the second push. Like, it's that quick. You just have to be organized with your time, like Stephanie, as far as having the system. You know what you're going to say next. You know what you're going to send next. You don't have to step away from your calling of being a mother and a wife and whatever it is. You can truly fit this into the nooks and crannies of your life because look at Stephanie. She's a single mom. No excuses. She is a picture of no excuses. Busy life, crazy life, lots going on, all the meetings, all the things, plus her team that she doesn't just say, hey, welcome, you joined, and then let them go. She leaves them. She pours into them. Another thing that I love and admire about what you said is how personal you are, how you get on the phone and you go and you knock on the door and you take time out of your life to go eyeball to eyeball with people. I think that's amazing. And that's a huge part of your success.
These are my friends.
Yeah.
These are my personal, we need to remember that. These are my personal friends. These are my friends. I want to take care of them. I want them to feel special and have all of my attention.
Yes.
It's not just somebody.
Right. And you do that well. And that takes effort. So it's something that I know I can improve on. And I think that her saying that she's had 100% success rate on the Zooms tells us all we need to be doing the Zooms. Do what's working. Luann was talking about that today. Her and Katie are doing pop-up Zooms like crazy. It's working for all of these amazing leaders. So let's do what they're doing. That is the reason that I am Diamond. I did what people told me to do. That's all I did. I had no great ideas on my own. I just did what everybody else said to do. So I just want us to take this in and do it. Hi, baby. Is that Carrie? Yeah, hi. Your mama did so good. And then, she just talked about, let's see, don't stop. People are watching. It's a matter of time. So, and if you have quit, no shame. That's not what this is about. But don't stop. Continue. Don't stop. I watched Deborah for 8 months. I never liked a post, never commented. She saw me every Sunday. She never would have reached out to me because I was so closed off and she knew it and she thought I was fine. So don't quit. People are watching and people's health depends on it. And just to remember, I love that Hope Dealers is who we are and what we do. And she just really nailed that in tonight. So I have nothing else to add. I think that was amazing. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for taking time away from the girls and out of your night and just showing us how to juggle it all and with such grace. We always end in prayer. So I'm going to end us in prayer tonight. And I want to challenge each of you to have one person on this Zoom next week that was not here tonight, including myself. I'm challenging myself to have another of my level ones here next Monday. That's the challenge. I want these to flip and grow like crazy. It motivates the speaker when you see more faces. It makes you excited and it fills everybody's cup. So let's do that. Okay, I'm going to pray. And dear God, you are awesome and you are amazing and you are holy and you are graceful and you are patient and you are kind and we love you and we give everything to you, Lord. We just thank you for this blessing. God, I just thank you, Lord, that you have changed my health and bettered my health and you have changed our family's whole life and our finances and our future for generations, God. I thank you that you've done those exact same things for so many people on this call. I thank you that you're going to do, you're in the process of doing that for so many people on this call. God, you are amazing. And we just love you. We glorify you, God. And we just bring you into this. You are our upline. You are our leader fully. I pray for each person on this call, God, anyone who's feeling, I just feel like there's a stirring of emotions going on, Lord, and I don't know what they are, but you do, Lord. And I just pray that you bring peace, calmness, focus, organized thoughts, and thoughts that are only from you, Lord, into the hearts and minds of all of us on this call, Lord. I just pray, God, for anyone who had kind of faded, let their dream fade away, God, that you remind them that they are here for a reason, God, and they are not quitters. God, that this was your vision and your plan, and they have a huge part in it, Lord. And I just pray that you give them what they need to continue, Lord. Only you know what that is. I just pray for every family represented on this call, that you bless the families and the marriages, God, and the relationships and the moms and the dads, God, that you give us wisdom as we raise our children in this world, God. Give us wisdom as to how to do that pleasing to you, Lord. I just love you so much. Thank you for this night. In Jesus' name, amen. Love you guys so much. Thank you for jumping on. You're amazing. And thank you, Stephanie. You can go put your babies to bed now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.